What's going on, everybody? It's going for the latest news, and if you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get into Monday Night Raw. It's a triple review for Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and that stage as Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. But we're gonna get into Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was okay. Wasn't really much to cover there. I know they started the night off with Gunther and Damian Priest. They was pretty much had a segment against each other to for the championship match, which would be at Survivor Series, which we all know Damian Priest is gonna end up losing to Gunther, man. Louis Kaze came out to try to intervene, but Gunther wasn't really feeling that too much. We had highlights of the night. I'm gonna do highlights. I'm really not too covered about the matches, even though the matches is alright. Sami Zayn try to get Seth Rollins to pretty much join a team, but they pretty much need a fifth member for their team at War Games. But Sami Zayn was pretty much telling Seth Rollins that, yo, I think you are fifth man. And Seth Rollins told Sami Zayn, I think you are your damn mind. That was pretty funny. So we going with the narrative that Seth Rollins do not want to he don't want to tag with Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? He went through a lot with Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, man. A whole lot. He lost a lot behind him too. He was pretty much the reason he lost his championship. You want to put it out there like that because he with him intervening with Cody and stuff like that during WrestleMania, he pretty much sacrificed himself in that night with losing his championship due to injury, and then amongst other things. But with Seth Rollins and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, it goes way back with those guys. So that's for a whole nother different story. So, but like I said, Raw was pretty much highlighted over that women's not the women's championship. We had a whole bunch of women's stuff going on at the end of the night. They ended the night with that. I believe they're gonna have a War Games women match. I believe. I agree with JD 206 and Solo. I don't think they should have a War Games type of match for the women. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't see the build up for that type of match for them. Now, a traditional Survivor Series match, tag team match, would be just about good for them. Even though the women, they can hold their own, we all know that, but we just don't. I don't see anything for them to be having a War Games type of match. Like a traditional SmackDown versus Raw women's versus women match, because that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, you can have that. I agree with that. I mean, if they would to have it, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it would be really good. Maybe they turn out. I remember one year, I think it was when the women's had the Elimination Chamber match and the men's had an Elimination Chamber match that year. I forgot what year it was. Honestly, the women's had a better Elimination Chamber match than the men's. So, not to say that if they does do War Games, is going to be better than the Bloodline versus Bloodline War Games match, because that's just a whole nother different level of story. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying with the women. There's not really much story for them to have like a War Games type of match. But like I said, I would, if they have it, I mean, whatever. Like I said, it might turn out to be one of the top matches of the night. Because like I said, the women could definitely hold their own. Also, I know Braun Breaker and Sheamus, I guess he's going to get an early opportunity for the Intercontinental Championship, which a lot of people feel like it should be saved for WrestleMania, which I agree. But I don't see Sheamus winning the title, because I believe the title match is going to be on Monday Night Raw next week, I think, or something like that. It's going to be on the Monday Night Raw. So I don't see Sheamus beating Braun Breaker on the Monday Night Raw. Maybe he would get his rematch somewhere down the line, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like they should have saved it for Mania. Also, the Author's Pain, the Final Testament, carrying Cross in them, took out the Wyatt Six. Wyatt Six finally got their ass kicked, man. I knew they was gonna get their ass kicked eventually, though. It was just a matter of time before they got their ass kicked. But it didn't mean a thing to Uncle Howdy. He just was laughing after the ass whooping. And then the Miz ended up double crossing the Wyatt Six. So you know they're gonna come after his ass again. Miz is definitely not safe, man. He bit off more than he could chew with double crossing Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six. You know what I mean? Karrion Cross and the Final Testament, they gonna get theirs too. They gonna get theirs too. But yeah, Raw was alright though. It wasn't a bad show. We jumped to SmackDown. SmackDown was good. SmackDown was good. B-Fab had a match along with Bailey and Candice LeRae. That was a great match, triple threat match with those women. Also, Nia Jax and Naomi had a great match. That was the main event of the night. No order here, just and then the Street Profits had a great match with the Motor Machine Guns. Motor Machine Guns are so fake, man. Street Profits is very talented too. I might add that was a great match. Not too sure what they doing with the Street Profits. I don't know if they're gonna have them be like a heel team like now. It pretty much seemed like it, but then you had Tommaso Ciampa who interfered in the match. It cost a DQ with attacking the Street Profits in the match. But then after all that was said and done, Johnny Gargano came out to try to calm Tommaso Ciampa down, and he pushed him out the way or whatever. So I don't know. I definitely see a heel turn with Tommaso Ciampa coming, along with a feud with Johnny Gargano. They gonna have some type of feud where they gonna have a WrestleMania save, I hope, type of match, because it's not really much signs of them breaking up as of yet. But as we saw on Friday night, it was definitely something to think about, you know. Also, LA Knight had a match with Carberto Del Rio. I always get his name confused with Alberto Del Rio, but that was a alright match. But my boy Shinsuke Nakamura, he made his shocking return after being months away from the company. I was always a little concerned what they was going to do with Nakamura. A lot of people thought he was going to get released. Hell, even I did, because they wasn't doing nothing with him. But now we see what they had in store with Nakamura. You know what I mean? He's back, and he's looking to go at the United States champion and LA Knight, which he's looking for a championship match. Also, we had the Bloodline out there, still trying to recruit more members. Sami Zayn tried to recruit LA Knight. LA Knight, man, I ain't got nothing to do with me, man. Y'all gotta handle that shit on y'all own. That's pretty much what he said, you know. That's pretty much what he said. But we all knew LA Knight wasn't going to get involved with that mess, you know. But we seen the Bloodline out there, the original Bloodline against the new Bloodline, and it was turning out new for the for the original Bloodline. It was kicking ass at first, and to my boy Big Bronson Reed made a shocking just attack on the OG Bloodline, and we already knew what that meant. And oh my God, what a team that's gonna be! Big Bronson Reed, Solo Sikoa, Tamaloa, and Jacob Fatu. Man, I don't know what the OG Bloodline gonna do now, cause Seth Rollins already made it clear he ain't joining no damn tribal chief Roman Reigns. But I don't know, it just would make sense for Seth Rollins to join Roman Reigns. One, they got like a long history, we all know that, you know, but it just would make sense for Seth Rollins to join the OG Bloodline team, because now they got Big Bronson Reed over there. You know he got smoked with Big Bronson Reed. They supposed to have a match next week on Monday Night Raw, and I don't see that being a clean match finish. I feel like that's gonna be. I feel like first of all, I feel like the OG Bloodline gonna come back for revenge on Big Bronson Reed. You know what I mean? And you know Jay is on Raw, so you know he gonna try to get his get back off rip anyway for him being on Raw. So yeah, I see the OG Bloodline intervening in that Seth Rollins and Big Bronson Reed match, and then I don't know, maybe Seth Rollins would join the OG Bloodline just to get his hands on Big Bronson Reed, because Adam Pearce said he got one more shot. So that would be Seth Rollins' only shot to get Big Bronson Reed, because I feel like the match they're gonna have on Monday is not gonna. It's gonna end. It's not. It's gonna end with something happening. You know, like as far as if not Jay and Jimmy and Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn is on Raw already. So yeah, they gonna come back for some get back on Big Bronson Reed, and that's gonna cause Seth Rollins to have no choice but to join the OG Bloodline just to get his hands, finish getting his hands on Big Bronson Reed. I already see how this is setting up to be. Y'all heard it here first, so if anybody start saying this, you heard it here first. So Solo Moss pushed this, JD ain't pushed this, so if they start talking about it, you heard it from me first. And there's no knock to JD and Solo Moss. I love you guys. Y'all love y'all work. I watch you guys every day. I'm huge fans of you guys. But y'all gotta give the little small time YouTubers they props when do be, because I definitely give you guys y'all props. So, but shout out to you guys though. I look up to you guys. Y'all do y'all thing. I always watch y'all podcasts. But yeah, SmackDown was alright show. Much covered. Like I said, Nia Jax and Naomi was the main event of the night. They had a great match. Naomi did her thing. Like she really was about to win. I really thought Naomi was gonna win, like that match. Also, if I forgot to mention that Cody Rhodes, he wanted to get his hands on KO, and it's like Nick Aldis is like, yo, like I already told her. You saw what happened with Randy Orton, but that's pretty much what Cody Rhodes was out there, talking for, was his friend Randy Orton, about him being in the ambulance with him and having to, tell his family this and that. And he pretty much want to face to face with KO, which he's going to get next week. KO did a little video on, I think, Instagram, Twitter, somewhere, and then left it online. Of course they, posted it on the show or whatever. I guess they got KO playing this tweener role. I guess he's not a hell or babyface. He's playing, what would you call a tweener? Because, with the promo shoot he did in that video, it was more like, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing this, that. I'm just doing what you guys, want me to do. It's like he's either being sarcastic or he just playing the tweener role right now. As far as with KO, but him and Cody Rhodes gonna have that face to face next week on SmackDown. Can't wait to see how that turns out. I know I know Cody Rhodes is not gonna look to throw the first blow. Well, then again, after that promo he did, I can't say that, because I think he definitely would get his hands on KO, especially after what he did to him on his tour bus. He still didn't forget about that. You know what I mean? So he still want to get his hands on him for that, along with what he did to Randy Orton with that weak ass power jar he caught him with. But you know what I mean? We all know what time it is with that. But the move has been banned for years, they said, which is true. Haven't really been seeing nobody do a power jar minus the Undertaker doing a tombstone power jar, but that's like different than a sit down power jar, So, but overall, SmackDown was a decent show. It's more of a lead up to War Games Survivor Series. We got this week. The what is it like the following week will be Survivor Series. So they got like pretty much one more week. Well, no, they got 2 more weeks to do things, figure things out here. We also seen at the end of the night that the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns was backstage because Jimmy was like, "Yo, you gotta make that call. You gotta make that call." So he went back there. He's backstage at the end of the night. He was like, "Call, call the wise man," and the crowd went crazy. But then he got this little like dial tone, like a phone, like Heyman's phone was off. Like really, like Paul, or like he changed his number or something. Like really, that's the narrative y'all going with, that Paul Heyman changed his number or his phone is off. Like really, like, but the pop the crowd did was tremendous. Like I even like got hyped myself when he said call the wise man, because that man, once the wise man come back, you know he gonna figure this whole fifth member thing out as far as with the OG bloodline. Now, like I said, it's still a possibility it could be Seth Rollins, even though he said ain't no chance in hell, like Vince song, like theme song, but but I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems like once the wise man do make his way back, we gonna have to wait and see. Now I don't know if it's gonna be next week though, but I just want to talk about this rig ass Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight as well. Man, this thing was hard to watch, man. Man, it was so hard to watch how rigged this thing was. A good thing I didn't watch it live. I watched the highlights on YouTube of the full fight. It was terrible, man. I knew I would save myself some time not watching this fight and how rigged it was for Mike. I mean, yeah, Mike is an older guy, but Mike wasn't really throwing no blows like that. You know, Mike could have really knocked that boy out if he really wanted to, but Mike was holding back because it was made for him to hold back on that fight. He got a cool 20 million, and I believe Jake Paul got a 40 mil. So both guys 8 or whatever, but that's why I wasn't really in tune with this fight, because I already knew what was going to happen. Mike wasn't going to win it. Neither guys was going to get knocked down. I knew it wasn't going to happen, so it was just like, it was hard to watch Mike go like that, man, go out like that. But I don't know what to say. Supposedly it's not his last fight. It should be his last fight. He shouldn't even embarrass himself like that no more, man. I mean, if he need the bread, he need the bread. I ain't gonna knock a nigga for getting his money. But that was really sad to see. But you guys let me know what y'all thought about Raw, SmackDown, and this rigged ass fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Like, it wasn't really much to cover here with that rigged ass fight. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe.